first move that we're going to do is lie on our back, feet flat on the ground, knees bent, almost being able to touch your heels, but about a foot distance apart. And we're going to be pushing the lower back right here into the ground. So right here we have an arch, and we're going to be pushing it down. Your hand shouldn't be raised like this. That's just so you can see my lower back right here. You're pushing it down, almost like you're doing a sit-up or a crunch, but it's just flattening the back and putting the arch back in. You do about 20 of those. You should be tightening your abdominals. The rest of the body is relaxed. The neck is relaxed. Almost like you're going to do a sit-up. And you're just contracting. People that have flat backs can still do it, but emphasize the arch. Still going to promote abdominal strength. People that have hyper arch definitely want to do this. Help flatten the arch and contract the abdominal muscles. I do about 20 of these. That's all that you really need to do. Okay, the second exercise is spinal twist. Arms out to the side at right angles, palms down. Ankles together, knees together, and you're coming down to the side, and you're looking the other way. My knees are staying together, my ankles are together, and breathe in. Inhale to the center, and exhale as you twist. Now look at my shoulder. My shoulder is not coming up off the ground to get my knees down. My shoulder is staying on the ground. So if you can only go this far before your shoulder starts to come up, then that's as far as you can go. And the progress that you will make is when you have increased range of motion. So don't try and get your knees down and have your shoulder come up. That's wrong. Keep the shoulder down, and if your knees can't go all the way down, that's fine. You might find one side more difficult than the other. That's fine. Usually people with scoliosis or tight muscles on one side will have less flexibility. You notice that I'm not straining my voice. I'm not forcing my stress down. I'm not using my hand to help me. Just back and forth like this. Same thing, about 20 of these. The other thing you can do is you can breathe in one spot. Like stay in this and breathe. And as you're coming back to center, inhale. Then go to the other side. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Just like that. Okay, the next one. Bringing your knees to your chest. I go down as far so my elbows touch the ground. My knees and my ankles are touching, my knees are almost touching, and you're just pulling down. This is going to stretch the glutes and the lower back, massage the spine, and massage the intestines and internal organs. About 20 of these. people that are have a little bit more adipose tissue here or obese, just grabbing the legs would be sufficient. Just pulling in like this. You want to exhale. As you're squeezing, inhale to come back. So you don't want to breathe in and squeeze. You want to exhale. I do about 20 of these. You can also grab like this if you like. I just like to do it this way because my elbows can touch the ground and I know how far I go. Do about 20 of these. Okay, next one. As soon as I'm done with this exercise, I just let the feet come back down to the ground like this. Put my hands on my side like this. And I'm going to be pushing down with my feet and lifting my butt off the ground and arching back to about a straight line between your legs and your upper body. Sometimes I go a little bit further like this because I'm more flexible. And then you round back down. And you round back up as well. This massages your whole spine. Flex, arches the feet back. Good one. Try not to put too much pressure on your upper neck. And also, you want to think of rolling the spine. Look at my hips right here. The first part of the exercise is that back flattener that we did first. And then you want to roll the hips up. Continue with the spine like that. And then roll the hips back down. So your spine rolls down. You don't want to just like arch up and then come down with your butt touching first. You want to have your back come down. There is a skill involved. The better you do it, the better results you'll get. Okay, after that, we're going to go into the crunch, abdominal crunch. Very simple one, but it is probably one of the hardest exercises in this series. What I do is I put my hands on my sides right here, and I come up so I can touch just below my kneecap. Just like this. Don't be forcing it with your hands like this. That's too easy. And look how easy that is. And I'm not forcing it with my head and doing neck ups. I'm doing abdominal crunches. Just like that. But I use my hands on my knees. Just like that. I do about 20 of these. If you can only do about 5, then only do 5. Rest. Do another 5. You can do these during TV commercials, although TV is a waste of time. But try not to make excuses on not having enough time. Just find the time. You won't regret it. Okay, after about 20 of those, the next exercise, we're just going to straighten one leg. I'm going to straighten my left leg. Keep my right leg bent. And we're going to pull that up just like we were the double knee, but it's one. Like this. When we come down, stretch your hands up and your leg down, just for a second. This lengthens the body. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. I also keep my ankle flexed. In this position, it stretches the calf on both legs, like this. You can grab below the knee. People that have knee injuries and can't bend it, you can keep a little straighter of the leg. The part is to get the femur, which is this bone right here, as close to the chest as possible. People that have a little bit more fat here, maybe this is as far as you can get. But try. This massages the internal organs. It's really good to do in the morning. Helps promote peristalsis. That's the contraction of the colon to help in its elimination. After 10 times, I switch legs. Do 10 each leg. Inhale. Exhale. Stretch. Remember, keep the toes pointed towards the nose. Keep the bottom leg straight as you're bringing the knee up. Watch my other leg. Don't bend the knee. Keep that leg straight and push out through your heel. Okay, after 10 times is up with that, I switch legs again. But what I do this time is I try and touch like my chin, or get my face close to my knee, like this. And I have to bend my knee a little bit right now, because I'm a little inflexible after Christmas, because I haven't been doing these exercises. And this is kind of like a little sit-up. And sometimes I point my toes when I'm doing this one to give you a little bit of contrast in ankle flexibility. So the other one was like this one's like this, so that's an exercise in itself. I'm contracting my abdominals when I'm doing this. Okay, then the other leg. Now, I just woke up about 5 minutes ago, put on my swim trunks, and I'm doing these exercises. Nothing you have to prepare for. You can be half asleep. And as you're doing this, just wake up. Okay, after that, what do I do? For the next exercise, I just drop my left leg like that. Put my left hand on my stomach, right hand up in the air, and I bring the right leg up to touch the right hand. The toes are pointing towards the nose. We're not pointing towards the ceiling. My knee is slightly bent, only because I'm not too flexible in the hamstring. by this tight tendon. My hand's up here just as a marker. It doesn't have to be. You can only go down to 45 degrees. That's fine. That's where you are. Your progress is to bring it a little further. Women or younger people that are more flexible, maybe you can go a little further. If you can, that's fine. Just hold your hand up here. And I'm looking at the ceiling, marking where my foot is stopping. So I can see if I'm going further each time. I do 10 of these, and I switch. I'm pushing down with this leg into the floor a little bit, and that provides counterbalance to lift the leg. Now, if you have to bend your knee like this, that's okay. Do that, but then also work on keeping it straight, and maybe only bringing it not so high up, because a straight leg will stretch the hamstring better. When your toes are pointed towards your nose, it's going to stretch the calf more. It's going to be harder. It's going to be harder. You only go up to there. Bend the knee a little bit more, and you can make it the whole way. But the exercise is not, knee to chest. It's a hamstring stretch, and a hip flexor strengthener, and an abdominal strengthener. People that have low back pain, this really helps. Prevent that. Okay, after 10 times about that, I switch legs. I do 10 more with this one. I won't do it for video purposes. My video will probably run out. Then I switch after 10 and I do 10 more of that. So that's 20 of these for each leg. You can do more or less, or just do some. You can do this in bed. You don't need a special mat. You can do this with your family. Okay? Then after that, I usually will go to the side. Actually, this is the new one that I've been doing. Line your side, bend your bottom knee so that leg is going perpendicular to this leg. Put your hand right behind your ear, like that. Now you might say that this is bad posture, but it's actually a neck stretch, and we're going to be doing it on the other side. Lift your leg up to 45-degree angle, hold it for 5 seconds, and let it come down for just a pause, and then bring it back up for another 5 seconds. This is really hard, especially for guys, especially people with hip problems. If you can only go up to here, that's fine, just to there. Try and go up to 45-degree angles. If you're really flexible, you can do a split. Go up as high as you can. Keep the foot horizontal. Don't have it vertical, but horizontal. It's going to work different muscles of the glute. You don't want to externally rotate. After about 5 lifts, turn around. Do the other side. So now your neck is bent the other way. Lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. 1. And when I'm looking at marks on the wall, marks on the ceiling. So I know that my foot is going up the same height every time, getting the full maximum range of motion. and as they get more tired, my leg's going to want to fall down a little bit, so I know to bring it up high. And be strict with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Touch, go back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. None of this. None of this. Bring it up full contraction and feel it right here. And down. Switch back over. I do 5 more. Like that. I won't do it for the video, but you do this. 5, count of 5. 5 repetitions, holding it for 5 seconds. Flip back over. And do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm just resting here. I'm not really straining. After that, go over to the stomach. Okay, on this, forehead touching the ground, palms up, and you just lift the leg. Like this. I'm not bending my knee, keeping the knee straight, lifting the leg off the ground. See this part of your hip? That should stay on the ground. I'm not going like this, twisting it over just to get it up like this. This part stays down, just like that. And I'm not bending my knee trying to do that. Straight leg. Nice and stretch up and down. 1, 2, 3. I do about 10 of these. Where you're going to find out is one side's going to be easier, one side's going to be a little harder. Usually the side of the sacral subluxation will be the harder leg. Okay, after I do 10 of these, what I do is I bring my ear to the floor and I just do one leg. And whichever way I'm looking, I lift the opposite leg. Try and point the toe, keep the knee straight, bring it up and pause, bring the leg up, pause, and then come back. Don't just do any of this kind of stuff. That's a spaz. I bring it up, control, down. And I turn my head to the other side. So you're getting cervical stretch and range of motion. You can even push down with your head into the floor like that. Up, down, up, down. If you can only do 3, you can only do 3. What I do is I do 10 alternating legs. After 10, I bring my chin to the ground. So the head position was first down like this. Then it was like this. Then it was like this. Now it's like this. The chin down. So you're getting all different ranges of motion. And I'm going back to one time with each leg. Right, left, right, left, right, left. You do this about 10 times. Notice how my voice is not straining when I'm doing this. I'm not, you want to do it relaxed. If it's hard, breathe. Okay, after that, you're going to put your forehead back down on the ground, and you're going to do flexion, extension, and flexion. Chin, neck. Now, some people can't even do this, so it's an indication So you need to work on it. Doing your traction is going to help get your head back. You already can probably do the flexion really easy. Chin to the ground, forehead to the ground. And try and get your Adam's apple, your throat, touch the floor. Massaging the glands of the neck. Flexing, extending the spine. After I do that 5 times, then I am looking up like that. Touch the forehead, look up. Forehead, look up. Now my chest is all the way off the ground. And right below my pectoralis muscles, where it should be touching. This stretches the back. If you need a hand with this, you know, you can use your hands a little bit like that, but you can see that you want to use your back. And then after that, hands up and feet up. Now this is the hard one. This is the hardest one. It's kind of like sit-ups in the beginning, but this is for your back. This is really good for surfing, paddling. If it's too hard to bring your hands up and go up and pause, come down. Go up and pause, come down. If that's too hard, then you can just do it like this. Or you can alternate one leg and the opposite arm. You can alternate. Or you can just do the arm. That one's hard. I can counterbalance. I do 10 to 20 of those. When you're done with that, push up to crawling position. Now when you're in the crawling position, you want to have your wrists below your shoulders. So not out here, but right above your shoulders. Same with the knees. Your knees and your hips should be in a straight line. Not like this, not like this. Basically, straight up and straight down. Like that. And what you're going to do is called like the cat and the camel, or the cat and the dog, whatever, but tuck your head down and arch your back up. So this is like a cat. And the cat like brings his hair up on end. And I'm looking at my belly button. I'm breathing out. And I'm really trying to get my back as high as I can. Like that. And then I inhale. And I look up towards the ceiling, and I drop my belly down. Down. People that have a big gut, this should be easy. Down like that. My butt up in the air like I have duck feathers. I mean a duck tail. And now I'm looking straight at the ceiling. Like that. You can go back and forth. Cat, dog.